Hi, I'm Joe Paiva, and I'm with the student team from Lone Star College in Montgomery, Texas. They're here in Washington, D.C. to participate in the NSPS 2024 student competition. Thank you all for participating in this interview. And I'd like to start by asking you about how your team was organized. And by that I mean, did somebody volunteer? Was somebody appointed? Did you vote? Or did somebody just take no prisoners and said, I'm going to be the leader of this team?
So I wasn't originally a part of the team, but I was conscripted to join the team, and it turned out pretty well.
So are you saying you're the leader? Okay, who's the leader of the team? You?
Most of us volunteered, and most of us are returning students from last year. So that's how we were able to organize ourselves.
This still doesn't answer why you are the leader of the team.
I'm the leader because I take forth the effort to help guide everybody in the right direction.
All right, you had your hand up, so I want to hear what you want to say because I can tell you are one of those outspoken kind of guys.
Well, as part of the team, I would like to say and thanks to our fearless leader, David Acevedo, because he stepped up to the plate and brought us home with a second place trophy.
And not only that, he was responsible for a trade where you got somebody from another team. When you started, or when you knew that you were going to be in the competition, at what point in time did you decide that you were going to start doing some preparatory work?
Immediately. We knew that we needed to get on it, learn those calculations, get out on the field, and find out what we were going to be doing with those ancient instruments that we had never worked with before.
So when you say immediately, how far back in time would that have been?
Maybe as soon as we found out 3 months ago that we were going to be coming here.
So, as you correctly pointed out, the ancient instruments, right? Probably surveyors stopped using them before you guys were born, and maybe even before your parents were born. So how did you get your hands on them, and how did you learn how to use such an ancient technology?
We had a couple of sponsors that provided some instruments for us to work with.
Did they give you the training as well?
No, we showed up at our campus and did a couple of training sessions on the equipment, familiar ourselves with it.
Yes.
So also, a lot of us work with some people who have been serving for a very long time, and they were gracious enough to lend us those instruments to work with. My boss at Lantec lended us a compass, and he trained us on the Wild T2. He let us borrow all those instruments. We drove them all the way to Montgomery, which is scary because they're worth a lot of money, and he allowed us to use those instruments, and we are very grateful that he allowed us to do that.
Now, in the competition, the measurement phase, a pretty good segment of the competition time was spent in computations because you had to deliver a result to the proctors. So how did you practice for that?
So as we said, we did a lot of training leading up to the competition where we were out in the field doing calculations, and Professor Salazar, our immediate go-to, he was very helpful in providing us with the formulas to solving those calculations as well as the training.
Now, I know that these measurement phases and the calculations were timed. So did you time yourselves, or did you just hope for the best when you went through this?
We did time ourselves, and we also hoped for the best as well. We just putting ourselves in different situations.
When you went out in the field for the competition, many roles had to be filled especially depending on the technology you were using. Did you decide these ahead of time? And if so, how? And if you didn't, how did you figure it out?
I believe we had a good game plan. A lot of us have been serving out on the field, and we knew some equipment that we should utilize and how to approach it. And we also had good leaders guiding us. I want to thank Kobe and Chloe because they kept us spot on.
Very good. So how many of you, by show of hands, were here last year or previous year? Okay. So do you think that if you were coming back, you might do something differently if you were in the competition next year?
So I think one of the things that we might do differently would be to just get together and practice even harder than we did. We did have a few weekends where we were out with TSPS, Texas, yes, sir, Texas Society of Professional Surveys, and we would like to, I guess, get with them and maybe more surveyors to bring the team, more people to the team, and I guess more Texas representation to NSPS.
So, coming from Texas to Washington is not an inexpensive proposition. So, did you pay your way here, or did you get help from others?
Last year we had to pay our own way, and then they reimbursed us. But this year we got a sponsor to completely pay for everything that we did over here.
Was that sponsor a single individual or business?
I believe it's a little bit of both. The owner of a company, along with other sponsors. I think there were multiple sponsors that actually put forth the financial support for our team. That way we could show up, show out, and make them proud, as well as our college.
So all your supporters and sponsors who are not here, are you going to have to meet with them and tell them about your experiences so you can kind of thank them for supporting you?
I want to meet them and tell them that we showed up and show out. One of my favorite phrases.
Cool. So coming to an event like this, you get a lot of memories that you're going to take back. Just the travel, the staying in Washington, walking around on the scavenger hunt and seeing parts of Washington that probably most tourists don't even see, surveying on the mall, all these, 150 other surveyors from around the country. What is your most, you probably have many memories, but which one rises to the top that you think you'll take back and remember the longest?
Well, I think the thing that will stick with me the longest is the team that I've been put with. I value each and every one of us. There's no one person that could actually fulfill out all of these obligations that are required for this type of competition. And whenever you stand up as a surveyor, it makes you proud to be a part of a group such as that what I have. And I'm really thankful to be a part of such a large network and actually hone our skills into a sub group to where we can show up and show out, make everyone proud, ourselves included. And I hope that people looking at this interview can seek this validation that can be achieved. It's really nice. It's really great competition. We're thankful to be here. I'm glad for my teammates that we succeeded, and we look forward to what the future holds for surveying in general.
I would say yes. For the next year, we'll come in first.
Same as what they said. I think Colby nailed it. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
I feel the same way.
You.
I feel the same way.
And you.
I feel the same way as everyone else. So
Very good.
Definitely a memory that we're going to take back is we had a great team.
Wonderful. Glad that you have such team cohesiveness. That's a really important facet of being able to work on a team and to make a team successful. It takes all of you to be equal participants. So congratulations on your effort here. The best of luck on your profession. Hopefully this event will be a significant milestone in your career path. And finally, safe travels home.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.